Well, we're getting a lot closer. Lots been going on with this Magewrath throne. I'll start with the deck. The deck itself went ahead and made the finials gold. Now I don't know if you compare this to the last time, you'll notice it's a little darker, which is because the next step in creating this was to go over it with light stippling of just maroon. Now the first layer was the mix of maroon and raw sienna. Then followed that with some of the I would call it crevice painting of the like a red Army Painter red tone, and then putting some of the bands, the dark bands in there using the red tone as well. But then to finish it up, I gave it a good dull coat lacquer finish, and then went on with a just straight maroon, stippling it on to make it just a little darker, like a red granite would be. Then finally, a very, very faint, it's not quite a dry brush, it's more of a wet brush on the very edges of the stairs and creases, just to give it a little bit of a light edge, not very heavy. I wasn't going for a strong highlight, but you can notice just some areas are a little bit, we'll call it pinker. It's not really pink. It was maroon with a medium gray and a little bit of pink mixed together to get a slightly lighter color, and that just gave it a final highlight effect. So there's the pedestal, all ready to go. Now, I went ahead with working on both of these, again, I don't know what you call them, gargoyles, dragons, whatever, and it's a Balthazar Gold is the base color. I tried not to make it too thick of coat. I did want some of the black primer to kind of ease its way through. So there's some areas that it's a little bit dark. You've probably seen some statues that kind of have that dark look on it. And then I couldn't pass up the opportunity to actually paint the eyes red with a little highlight forward. I just had a picture of it actually coming to life on the throne and just let my imagination go. Now, when I went ahead and did the throne itself, I realized something. All of the skulls that adorned the actual, I'll call it the throne structure itself, the actual back ornamentation, the foot pedestals, the very fit tops here, those are all perfectly formed, what I would call sculpted skulls. Even the ones like this here in the middle. But I noticed in all the skulls that were inside these borders, these little metal frames, were all kind of off-center, cocked a little bit. Some of them had what looked like cracked skulls. So I realized that those are definitely going to be painted skull white, or a skull color. And I have a special mix of, I think it's mudstone and white to do that with. And I haven't put the Army Painter strong tone and soft tone in there yet, but went ahead and did that. Now, I did, as you can see, put red on the deepest portions of parts of the throne, just to give it a little accent. So you can see the way that looks here. That red just kind of brings it out, makes it a little more sinister. And I think it actually looks very good when it sits on the actual pedestal itself. It complements well. So, okay. Alright, now the last thing I did was started on the highlighting of the skulls here. Now it's kind of hard to see. On this portion here you can tell though, I used a charcoal gray right around the eye ridges, the nose ridges, just to give it a little faded look while keeping the bulk of the depth black. And I've still got a lot more to go. Some of these areas, they still got some brush strokes that have to be feathered out. But almost all the teeth were hit, and a lot of the eyebrows and nose ridges, but it's not complete. But that's where it's heading. So let's take a quick look at the overall effect here. Alright, so that's what she looks like. It's coming together real well, at least I think so. It's looking as I imagined it, and that's really what I go by when I'm trying to see whether it's successful or not. And this is what was in my mind's eye. So very, very pleased so far with it. Okay. Now, still a lot more work to do. I'll still get it done before the end of the week. But I do have a surprise in store. So, very end of the project, I'll kind of show you what that little surprise is. Alright. So, hope you guys enjoyed it. That's the current status of the Magewrath throne. And I'm loving it. Alright. Thanks for watching. Tune in later in the week. We'll see, hopefully, the final update. Should be able to get it all done before the next update. And then we'll see this thing playing out on Frostgrave this weekend. Alright, share, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.